Hey, we're talking about one too many. Geeky licensing gone too far. Up next on Geek Gotta Say.
Do not attempt to adjust your YouTube video. We control the stream.
And welcome back to Geek Gotta Say. It's Friday and we're having fun. We're back. We're back. And you know, I forgot to tell you that I actually saved the outro for 2021, but I didn't attach it there. So
we'll get to it eventually.
We'll get to it next time.
Maybe in May we'll get to
That's
the
all
correct
right.
outro. Did you eat that already, little boy? I gave it to you like a minute ago. 1 minute.
We're talking about licensing and how it's gone like way too far of licensing pop culture right now. But you
like
know,
when you say
it's
pop culture. Like, of course, the first
thing you think in are pops.
Are pops.
Yeah,
right?
The Funko Pops.
Pops have gone way too far, and not that I can talk because we
have a lot of them out there.
But we have a lot of like a mix of different things. But we do have like Exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, Z, 4,566.
We have like a couple of childs, don't we?
Yeah, and I think it's an easy gift for people to give people, right?
And it's really popular since it's...
Well, it's cute because it has the little, the giant, like, chibi type eyes and everything,
yeah.
So it's cute. I think...
It's popular, which means it's in pop culture, so...
Well, I think where it goes too far, for me, and maybe this is not the case for you, but for me it's like the Friends Pops, the Golden Girls Pops, the wrestlers, the WWE wrestlers,
But a lot of people like wrestlers. They used to have, like, wrestler action figures back in the day that they...
Yeah. And I think that's where sometimes
because wrestling is starting to come back again. Sort of.
Well, I think that's where I get
not the way it was like in the 90s.
No, not the Von Erichs.
Or in the 80s.
Right. But where I get my confusion is, I think when people say pop culture, I think geek culture, and those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So for me...
Well, they are and they aren't.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, pop culture also includes geek culture. Because that's pop culture now.
Right, now pop culture is geek culture, right? Now pop culture, because of Marvel movies and stuff, yes, right. But I think, and when they first started doing the pops, it wasn't even geek culture, it was like obscure stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think...
Well, because they didn't have the licensing back then.
Right, they didn't have licensing, so it was their own, like, weird figures that they had.
Well, they actually started off as doing just bobbleheads, didn't they?
Yeah, bobbleheads and vinyls, and they used to do some weird stuff. But then the guy that used to run Funko is a licensing lawyer.
Right.
So he came up with a brilliant idea of the Funko Pop. It's just the right size and the right cost and the right everything, and everybody wants one.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, I mean, I feel like, and then that's the whole premise of this episode, is you can go too far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I think Sesame Street is super cute and adorable? I do. I love Sesame Street. It's super cute and adorable. But is a pop really a toy that your kid... I mean, maybe you remember and you have nostalgia back to your childhood and you love Sesame Street. I don't know. Maybe you love all the Golden Girls and, like, one of the Golden Girls is your spirit animals. I know people that are, like, obsessed with Friends. But I feel like those things are, dare I say, not collectible. And are not, like I'm cool with Star Wars.
But is nostalgia not collectible?
Like Star Wars.
But aren't the things that a lot of the things that we collect, we link it back to nostalgia?
yes, yes, yes.
Even though it's like geeky culture stuff.
And I don't know, it's hard. Because I do like the Funko Pops, and I have way too many, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they have way too many licenses. Like, they have Disney, they have Sesame Street,
Mm-hmm.
they have, I have the Gargoyles, so they have that. They have the Dark Crystal stuff, so I have that. They have the Thundercats, I have that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I don't have the He-Man.
You like how she says, I have that, and now we have that?
They do have the He-Man.
No, I said I'm surprised I don't have the He-Man.
Well,
Those pops do not.
according to Wikipedia, they have put out 20,000 different products since they started.
That seems excessive. Now, I'm sure that to them it's not excessive if they're still selling it.
Right.
But okay, here's an example of how the licensing has gotten excessive. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, you like Pops, you like Star Wars, are you getting the new Star Wars Valentine's Day Pops? Did you see these? It's like a pink Yoda holding a heart. Like, they took these, painted them pink or red, and put some hearts and stuff on them, called them Star Wars Valentine.
Interesting you should say that. Did you see
Please
that
tell me.
BuildABear is making a Grogu holding a heart?
So I was actually going to go to BuildABear. So even though these are things that I love, that I can't get enough of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why I'm having a problem with this, because they keep pandering to me and I'm having problems saying no to the products. BuildABear is another one that is beginning to get so many licenses, and they're starting to pander. So they have the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Pokemon.
Yeah.
They now have Winnie the Pooh, which I think I'm going to die and buy them all. They're ridiculously adorable.
Well, didn't they just... Aren't they getting Mew as one of the Pokemon there? They're getting Mew at BuildABear.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all the Harry Potters now.
They have all the Harry Potter stuff.
Although it's not.
They have...
It's a build your own Harry Potter and cost you an arm and a leg.
So that's a thing that they do, is BuildABear does clothing a lot. So you're still getting a bear, right? And all of my bears are over there. I put them up so that he couldn't eat them. You're getting a bear, but you're getting an outfit. Because they have a Joker outfit for the bears. I know, because I bought one for our son who loves the Joker. They have Superman outfits. I know, because Vincent has a monkey that has a Superman outfit. They have Wonder Woman outfits.
Even with glasses.
Even with the Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah.
Then they have Build-A-Bears that look like Iron Man. So he's already come, and he already looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Build-A-Bear that looks like Rey from Star Wars. Already comes and looks like that. So they've licensed it to where they can have either clothes, or they can have the look of it. And they've got Marvel, and they've got DC, and they've got Star Wars, and they've got Pokemon, and now they're getting Disney figures. Did he run out of batteries? Oh no, there he works.
There you go.
So again, like, when is licensing too much,
But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, and it's been around for a long time, because licensing to things has gone to games. It's gone to fabric, clothing.
Yeah, so it used to be
anything that's out there that they've had licensing for.
It used to be that you couldn't find all of these things on demand, right?
Right.
Like, if you wanted a lunchbox, right? When we were kids, you could get a lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
They had pretty good licensings for lunchboxes. I don't even remember I guess backpacks had licensing, even not to the extent they do now.
Not back in our day, but I think they came in more probably in the 90s.
In the 90s. That's what I was thinking, when our kids were little. Because I don't remember, I just remember having, but I didn't have money, so I don't remember if that was a money thing or if it was a not.
I mean, they had them, but not nice ones.
Yeah. I remember Pez was one of the over-licensed things when we were growing up. I mean, they had Pez.
I think it's over-licensed now. They've changed, again, I think I've discussed before, they've changed the licensing rules with Pez. Back in the day, the character had to be a non-fictional character, it had to be well-established, and there was something else. So you would only get stuff like Ninja Turtles took forever to come out.
Yeah.
And
like you could get Tom and Jerry and Woody Woodpecker and
you
that kind of stuff.
get like the older
Looney Tunes.
And now they'll put out
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls would fit, but now they'll put out something that's like brand new.
Yeah. You're getting like Adventure Time Pez or whatever that
yeah.
hasn't been around for very long.
Yeah.
A real weird thing that I just noticed right now is why does Vader still have a Santa hat on?
He likes
Santa Vader.
It's not Christmas anymore.
I didn't even realize he still had his hat on.
But they license Santa hats. Where do we get that? At the Dollar Tree?
Yeah, at the Dollar Tree. Like,
yeah.
It's so licensed. You can get it. Dollar Tree. Well, because it used to be like if you wanted any pop culture, geek culture stuff, you had to go to like Spencer's or Hot Topic. Mm-hmm. Like there were very niche stores. Anakin, leave it. We leave it. No, Anakin, leave it.
Eat it.
Thank you, baby. You had to go to a niche store to get these things if you wanted something that was licensed to pop culture. And now they have Box Lunch, which is that same kind of quote-unquote niche store.
Yeah.
But with Walmart, with Dollar Tree, with Target has that stuff now. Amazon, obviously, you can find just anything on Amazon.
Oh, and Steve Cuneo says, "Hey guys, happy Friday! Happy Friday, Steve."
Happy Friday, Steve. I will say that because we are collectors, right? We can find hats and we can find shirts and we can find cups. I know because we have them all. We can find bath towels. We can find bed sheets. We can find blankets. We can find backpacks. We can find lunch boxes. We can find figures. We can find every kind of book you can think of, from children's books to adult books.
Star Wars Simon Says.
You can find Monopoly. You can find Monopoly anything, right? You can find Munchkin, pretty much.
So games is a big thing. So there's Munchkin that's been licensed out to a bunch of stuff.
Several things, yeah.
But
I can't even keep track of it.
But here's not just licensing of other things, but licensing Munchkin to other games.
Right. Anakin. Dave Stuart. Yeah, this happens a lot in tabletop games, and the problem with tabletop games and licensing, and I'm just going to say it, is a lot of the times they get these licenses out to companies, and they make the game in a hurry for some release, for something that's going to happen to coincide with X new Ghostbusters movie that's coming, new cartoon that's coming out, new whatever that's coming out, right? Mm-hmm. And the game is not really a very good game. The gameplay's not great. It's not real good. I mean, I have several Disney licensed games, and I'm like, meh, not great. Codenames, I really do enjoy Codenames, but that's just like, I think I like the gameplay of that. And then they wrapped it on top with these other licenses, right? Because there's Harry Potter. Codenames is another one where there's several. Uno is another one where there's like 5,000 different kinds of Uno that you can get.
Or Love Letter.
Love Letter's another one. And I think if the gameplay's good, right? Mm-hmm. It's okay. And you slap another license on it, I mean, it's just like a pop. You're taking the same mold that's already there, and you're just putting. So you're just reskinning it. Yeah, you're reskinning it. Mm-hmm. There's a DC deck building game that's really good, and there's a lot of deck builders that are licensed to different things. But again, that one has good game mechanics. If it doesn't have a good game mechanic and it's just a game, or sometimes it's like, here's this $60 behemoth of a game with
Cryptozoic does that one.
I think so. And Cryptozoic's hit or miss with their stuff. Sometimes it's really great, sometimes it's not. Here's, this behemoth of a game, and it's got all these and you buy it because you're like, oh, it's got these pewter pieces that I like that are this, and it's got these figures, right?
Especially Monopoly.
You have a Monopoly problem for sure. Yeah, big time. Oh, you got a noisy toy. Oh, baby. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is nice. Thank you. Can I have this? I'm going to hold on to this, okay? This is my Diet Pepsi. This is for Mommy. It's for me. So I think that, therein lies a problem with that. Mm-hmm. And then, people buy things and people who aren't necessarily tabletop gamers, and they buy these games, and you're hoping that they're like a gateway game to get people into tabletop gaming, but then the gameplay is kind of so horrible that it kind of pushes them away. Like the Game of Thrones, there's some Game of Thrones games, there's some Walking Dead games.
Oh God!
Walking
But
Dead.
people love that game though.
Where's your antler, baby, Anakin?
People love that Game of Thrones game that takes like
go get your stick.
13 hours to complete.
I know. No, go get your stick. So many different Walking Dead games,
Mhm.
and I was like, yes, especially when I was first into the Walking Dead, and I'm like, yes, like let's get it. And then when I play it, I'm like, oh, this game is terrible. Like, who made it? You know. So I don't think we should skin a license on things or throw things out really quickly with a license on them just because we can. I will have to give props to BuildABear, and I think it's just because I really love BuildABear, but when they get a license and they put stuff out, I think it's good quality stuff.
They do quality stuff.
It looks good. Like, the poo and everything looks like the old school poo and stuff from Tigger, Eeyore, Piglet. From, from the old school drawings that they used to do for the books and stuff. So it's a cute. I like it. I like it very much, and so I'm probably gonna spend a ridiculous amount of money to get those things. They came out with, although not always, because they came out with, and I love Nightmare Before Christmas, and they came out with a Jack and Sally, but they were in bear form.
Uh-huh.
And so Iron Man Bear is cute, because it's a bear like in an Iron Man suit, and he's cute. Ray Bear is cute, because she's a bear, and Jack and Sally Bear, kind of creepy. Wasn't loving it. Like, not really loving it at all. Mm-hmm. So, that was not something that I was a fan of. But their Oogie Boogie looks just like Oogie Boogie, and so... Sorry.
So he said, "This is a good game. I
know he likes this game. I don't know why I'm playing it with him. This is
here, toss it to him, and I'll get it up here, and he can't get it.
I just put it over here. No, find something else to play with. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try to get it out of there for a while. That'll keep him busy. I put it in a crate, so we'll see if he can get it out of the crate. He's trying really hard. So yeah, but for the most part, I think BuildABear does a good job. And really, like, I hate to say this about Pop, but I think they do a good job. Mm-hmm. They've got the scaling down correctly, and we even have some mini Pops. And like, the only thing we don't have yet are the big giant. They have the big huge Pops. I don't have any of those yet.
Pop Pez?
Don't have Pop Pez. Stopped collecting Pez, so anything Pez, I just kind of, we got rid of our Pez collection, and so kind of went away from that. Yeah.
Sacrilege.
I know. We did it a long time ago. That was something that we decided, like, we had too many things. I was trying to think of what else I was going to talk about, and I'm really distracted by the dog, and I'm so sorry.
So what is y'all's? My favorite thing, like Colleen was saying, was the Monopolies. So when I see a new Monopoly out there, I was like, oh, that's cool. Even like the regular Monopoly, because I like to see the new stuff, even though they put like a cat in there. I don't know why they put a cat in there. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Well, it was like,
and like random Monopoly stuff too, because, or what people might think is random, because we made a role-playing game that's about spies, mm-hmm. and Vince kind of really likes spy stuff, and there for a while he has like a book about different spy things and stuff like that. And so we found a Monopoly that was about spies. It was kind of like Clue-esque type Monopoly, but not really, because it's still just Monopoly. But anyway, it doesn't have any different gameplay, so I don't know why we need all these different Monopolies, but...
Didn't we find like a pizza Monopoly?
I hate that one.
It was in a pizza box?
It was in a pizza box, and I thought, this is so cute, and I hate it. Because Vince beats me really easily, and it makes me ashamed.
Because I destroyed you. It was just the rules that...
Oh, you know another one I was thinking of that we probably have a few too many of that are licensed is Operation. I don't know why I love Operation, but we have several of those too.
They're fun.
And I'm like, I want to pick
They're
them.
a lot of fun, yeah.
Oh, this is a licensing mix-up that I don't understand lately, and they even have Golden Girls of this. And you have some of these, which I don't understand. And actually, I have one of these too. They've decided to license tikis as like figures. So you got a tiki Superman.
Yeah.
I have a tiki Donatello. There are tiki Golden Girls. There are tiki Marvel characters. There are tiki DC characters. They have like super licensed this whole tiki thing, and I kind
of like it.
Like I kind of like it too because it seemed kind of odd. But then when you see how many there are, you kind of go, oh, it's not as fun. I think as I thought it was, right? For
but
me,
it's
I guess.
fun because they have that one that you find special.
Yeah.
As like, I may not find any of the other special, but I find that Superman special.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you were pretty stoked when you got it, so. Yeah. But I was surprised when I was, like, looking it up, and I was like, why are there so many tiki things? Like, why is there so much? So I was kind of, like, a little shocked about that, so. But then it begs the question, like, is this really what we want? Like, do we really want, like, all of our kitchen sets to be all Star Wars? Because, I mean, we can't talk. We have glass bowls that have Star Wars figures all around them.
Pyrex.
By Pyrex, which is a name brand. We have coffee mugs that have Star Wars and Disney stuff and Superman. We have the Star Trek Enterprise pizza cutter.
Yeah.
We have... What else have we got? We've got all kinds of stuff.
We have lightsaber chopsticks.
Lightsaber chopsticks.
That I got from my sister for Christmas.
We are currently redoing one of our bathrooms to be Star Wars style, and I bought Star Wars beach towels to be the towels that go in there. I have a Darth Vader soap dispenser that's going to go in there. You have a Darth Vader from your sister, like a soap holder thing that's going to go in there.
Oh, we even have the knobs for the...
The knobs for the drawers, for the doors on the vanity are going to be a Millennium Falcon and a Death Star.
And they're, like, made out of pewter. Really cool.
We have, we're getting ready to redo the guest room upstairs once our son leaves. And we already have figures that we painted many, many years ago on the wall. And I've already looked into it and already have sheets on hold to be ordered if we find the right bed that we want. So we will have character sheets up there. I already have a blanket that has the Justice League on it. It's going to go up there. I have a body pillow that has Spider-Man on it for up there. Like, there is... I legitimately think that there is nothing that you can't find that's not licensed. Like, there's even the window shades for your car. Yeah. We've had a Superman one. We both had the one that has everybody sitting in the Millennium Falcon, and it looks like your car is basically the Millennium Falcon. Obviously, we have t-shirts galore. I have all kinds of, like, necklaces and stuff. They are now licensing makeup. So there is a Mandalorian makeup palette now. Wow. Nice. So it's the colors of, like, Baby Yoda and of his, like, little, like, this little body color and this color and this color. It's all in the palette. And so you can do, Anakin, leave it. This is Anakin's toy. If you mess up my Grogu, you're going to be in trouble.
And what else?
They have all kind, like, I don't even want to get started. I just started kind of learning about makeup. I'm trying. And so that's a new thing for me, which I feel like maybe I need to not start collecting. But they have several Star Wars palettes. They have Disney palettes. They have Marvel palettes. They have DC palettes so that you can get the colors and so that you can make these outfits. Nice. To go with, you know, and even on Pinterest, there's a whole, like, outfits that you can make so that you look like Snow White, but you're not wearing like a licensed Snow White tee, but like the way you can match it, and then you use the Snow White makeup palette,
Right.
and then you've done your face up, and and you can do that with Rey, and you can do that with Grogu, and you can do that with Kylo Ren, or whoever you like. And yes, I just keep naming off characters, though I like it. Those are the ones I've looked into. Okay. So I don't know. Is it one too many, or is it a good thing? Is it a good thing that if I love Star Wars, I can legitimately have a Star Wars bathrobe over my Star Wars jammies, over my Star Wars underoos, with my Star Wars socks on, with my Star Wars cup of coffee, with my Star Wars slippers, under my Star Wars blanket? You can get designer furniture and rugs now for your home that look like paisley and stuff like that. It's like it tricks the eye, but it's like stormtroopers and Vader helmets and different Marvel symbols and stuff like that. You can get all of those things.
And your $high jewelry.
And then I can go sit outside
Like
with my Death Star.
we were at Rooms to Go, and they had what was it?
They had that R2D2 shelving system
Yeah.
that I really liked. Was so.
They had
cute.
that. They had a desk that looked like a TIE fighter.
Like a TIE fighter. Yep.
So,
Rooms to Go, yeah, has a whole lot of kids stuff that you could do your kids' room and all kinds of stuff. And I think we grew up in a time where it used to be like, oh, well, it's cool if kids do that. If kids do that, but now all of us kids have grown up, and as adults, we're still doing it. We just want to do it in maybe like a nicer, fancier way. I don't know. Do you think it's too much? Like, if people really like the Golden Girls, is it okay?
But here's the thing: is do you see the Golden Girls on clearance?
I don't know, because I've not really looked for them.
But you do see a lot of different pops on clearance because they can't sell them.
Yeah. I saw a lot of the Dr. Seuss ones, which I was super happy for, because then I picked them up and put them in my classroom. So I was like really happy that the Dr. Seuss ones were on clearance. Those just didn't get bought. Look what you did. Is that better, Stuart, or too far off?
Great.
Okay.
I don't think they're putting stuff on clearance because it's not selling or anything. It's just they've got to move it to put the next one in.
Put the next ones out. That could be potentially the truth too. Stuart, you have some insight into this, and you think that maybe some of this licensing is gonna slow down at least a little bit to an extent because Amazon is starting to change some of their rules.
Yeah. Well, we'll see in a couple of weeks because Amazon doesn't like to get sued, so they're hitting all the third-party people that sell toys and collectibles and want some sort of child safety report that most older stuff doesn't come with. So you either have to get that safety report or everything disappears off Amazon. That'll be fun.
It'll be interesting for a while to see how that kind of changes the dynamic of what's available on Amazon and what we can get. Because I feel like Amazon has become a mecca of why we're over licensed, is because inevitably it's supply and demand, right? And if people are demanding it, and if people are searching it, and now we have all these algorithms, right? So if somebody's searching for something like that, and then enough people start searching for it, and they're like, maybe we should make something like that,
That and it's a lot easier to get whatever you want. Like 20, 30 years ago, if you wanted a Star Wars bowl, you would have to be in the right place at the right time to find that thing. Now you just get online, I want a Star Wars punch bowl. Oh, look, there's one.
Oh, look, there's one right there.
I'll just order that.
Right. There's 67 of them. Which one do I choose? I'll take them all. The only thing that I've ever had a really hard time finding for you that you like to collect, that I have a hard time finding licensed of, are knives. Vincent likes to collect collectible type knife weapon type stuff. And I looked forever for just a Superman knife for you and just really struggled. That was one that I actually struggled. with. Anything else I can find for days.
Yeah.
Watches, sunglasses, you name it, I could find it. I just put Superman in there and I was like, ooh, 500,000 items to look through. But yeah, knives is the only thing.
Or you try to go through, or you try to find something like a Superman sword. You can't find that anywhere.
Right.
When you're looking that up, you're like, oh, it's a Batman sword. I don't want a Batman sword. I want a Superman sword.
Yeah.
Even though there is actually a Superman sword in the comics.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That one I did not know.
Well, some things you just cannot cross over. You see, you don't think sword when you think Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you think Superman's got enough of his own powers, I don't feel like he needs weapons on top of that. Like,
Doesn't quite need a sword.
It's not something that we want to add.
Maybe
to
he does when he's on a planet with a red sun.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Perhaps.
Superman, acetylene, cutting torch. Let's look that up. I'm sure there's a helmet you can get painted.
I'm sure there's a helmet you can get painted.
Yeah.
And with Etsy, that's another thing. Although that's a gray area of getting things on Etsy that are licensed characters, because those people don't really have the licenses to do those things there.
Actually, I just heard recently in Japan they're putting something on the cosplayers now that you have to pay for the license if you sell photos or you sell you as a product going to conventions.
Oh, wow.
That you have to buy the license for the character to do that.
Interesting.
So I would assume that's probably going to come here very soon.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder how people on Etsy get away with all the stuff that they get away with.
A lot of the time they don't. They do it for a little bit and then it gets shut down.
And it gets shut down.
And then they call it something else.
Yeah. It's interesting. And I just thought of something else that I was like, it was over licensed and it just went out of my head now.
Everything. Everything's over.
Everything is over licensed. No.
Yahtzee.
Well,
no, it was something specific to something that like we have too much of.
Well,
No.
I think it gets to the point where the market gets so oversaturated and there's just so much product, it just then comes toppling down and then it all goes away and then it comes back in some other form.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that in the 90s with trading cards, every man and their dogs, and comics, of course. That was like, now that stuff is worth nothing. So, and Beanie Babies, of course, in the 2000s.
Yes.
Underoos.
But the Beanie Babies didn't really license a whole lot of. I mean, they did some Sesame Street Beanie Babies, and they did. Disney did like their own line of Disney type Beanie Baby type products.
But now every tie is like everybody else. They have licensed everything.
And they have the Tsum Tsums.
You naughty dog.
And
Anakin, leave it.
The Toon Zooms, I love those things.
I do too.
I don't know why.
I love too many things. That's my problem. I love too many things. I know. I was gonna go somewhere with that, and I totally lost my train of thought. He's really distracting me a lot.
Stop.
Anakin, come here.
Yeah. Want this?
So we've got that. We've got the games.
Too many licensed TV shows. Too many reboots of licensed TV.
T-shirts. There's a ton of like licensed T-shirts out there that I want, like every single one of the Superman ones.
Yeah, and you have a lot of.
Or the Star Wars ones.
You know what you need to do? You need to pick like an obscure character and then go after stuff. That's more fun.
Like Nick does with Morbius. But even Morbius stuff has gotten
Morbius will be everywhere. It was like
as soon as the movie comes,
It was like when I used to like Ghost Rider stuff. Trying to get Ghost Rider stuff back in the 80s and the 90s was like impossible until they had that terrible animated series and those two silly Nicolas Cage movies. Or like The Tick, before The Tick became mainstream.
But that's the thing, a lot of the times you think, oh, I like this obscure thing and I'm not going to be able to find it, and then
it becomes
like somebody else who really likes this obscure thing is like, oh, I'm going to make a movie about it, or I'm going to make a TV show about it, and then all of a sudden you have all this merchandise and you're like, alright, I have my thing. I have my thing and it's cool.
Steve says, I'm a sucker for Jurassic Park t-shirts. I gotta have them.
Really? You used to have a Jurassic Park t-shirt. I don't know if you kept that one or not.
I did keep that one.
Did you keep that one?
Yeah.
We have like several like little reaching things into pop culture that we keep like one or two of. Like we have a little bit of a Walking Dead kind of area where we have a few little collectibles for Walking Dead. Like I have a Lego figure of Rick and stuff like that.
That's been done too much. That needs to go away.
Yeah, there's a lot of Walking Dead stuff, and we have a little niche place for Stranger Things, and that's been way overdone. We have a little niche place for Game of Thrones because we like that. So I like that we have little pockets of little things that we like. You know, we have a few. We have a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters that's in there and stuff. So you can get plushies of anything too.
Oh, that one's a domo though.
That is a domo.
It is a domo.
That's a mashup.
Vincent likes everything domo.
I do like.
Vincent does love everything domo. Yeah.
Sniff it.
I just thought it was a really cool thing for the longest time.
Yeah. No, they're cute. And Stuart was really good about finding them for you, so...
I've got more at home.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I found a whole... I've been slowly cleaning my house. I am in the office. The office has been closed off for coming on 10 odd years.
Yeah.
And you know how bad it's been, me going into the office? I was pulling boxes of stuff out there the other night, and I was going through stuff, and I went, oh, look, a Pokemon deck. Oh, I've got a $7 price tag on that. Let me look that up. $160.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's like, what else do I have in the
What else
box?
is there?
It's time to clean up here so I can find stuff.
So every now and again, it's like, oh look, some Dick Tracy figures from a company that is no longer in business. How much are they worth? Oh, $100 and something. Let me peel the $12 price tag I have on that because I couldn't sell it back in the day.
Right. So that's some nice stuff. Is things kind of like cycle through.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Again, I'm sure anybody that's holding off on a lot of those 90s comics, that's not worth anything.
They've never got that return on investment.
No.
So yeah. So I don't know. I guess one too many licenses, but maybe not. If you're the person who likes the thing that they licensed that they made that you ended up getting for your house that made your collection complete or made your room complete or whatever. So.
But my biggest problem is they don't stop now.
Yeah.
Things they just keep perpetually going on and on.
There's certain companies I think like Pop and Pez and Monopoly and stuff that just go on and on and on ad infinitum. What's the next big thing that I can get a license of? Because I'm sure it's going to come out as a Monopoly or as a Pop figure.
Well, typically they're not coming out with anything new. They're just using the old stuff and just reskinning it. But again, everything has about a 50-year shelf life, and then it goes away. Like you look at Barbie. Barbie is 50 years old. How much Barbie is in the stores now? Nothing.
She's trying to make a comeback.
No, she will not.
She was trying to get it with those thick girls. I like them thick Barbie girls.
Yeah, but they have to deal with all those rainbow dolls, and the rainbow dolls win every time.
Oh, do they?
I don't know.
I don't know. We never had,
Girls.
the boys didn't want to. The boys liked water babies because they were like squishy and they felt like a little baby. And then they had the Rugrats. They liked, what was his name? Tommy and the Pickles. Mm-hmm. They liked those two babies. They had those baby. They liked baby dolls. They weren't really into Barbies.
Mm-hmm.
And so they never had Barbies. But now for Barbie, she has all these licensed clothes. I know because that's how I started collecting Barbies. Because first at the Dollar Tree, I found some Wonder Woman clothes, and then there was some Hello Kitty Barbie clothes. It's becoming a thing. SpongeBob Barbie. And I don't even like SpongeBob, but I still like it.
It's like, oh, that's cute.
I like SpongeBob. I just don't like it for children.
So yeah, I mean that's the life of like licensing and what it's done to our culture. I think it's kind of made it to where more people can talk about this geeky stuff. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So even though it may be one too many, I think it's still one too many in a good way. So
I'll take that.
So definitely go out there and get all your stuff that you
Buy,
like. Buy, consume it all.
Consume
Because we're not gonna stop either.
Because very soon you won't be able to get anything.
Lies.
But thanks for checking us out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button, click on that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can, next time we come on, you'll know. But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen, and that's Stuart.
Geek out, SA.
Put him outside?
Maybe open the door.
No,
And he can walk outside.
No, he needs to attack on. Oh, we need a puppet because then he could attack the puppet. That's comedy gold.